Hi, Mochismo Eugene. Welcome to another video from Exit Strategy. Please like, subscribe, share, give a thumbs up to this video if you find it helpful, and pass it on if you believe someone else would benefit from it. I'd appreciate that. Let's talk about, well, let me bust a rhyme, and I know I'm not going to get signed, but I want to bust this rhyme. We're going to talk about rap. We're going to talk about rap in the context of how it influences us to think and behave. And we're going to also talk about how narcissistic a lot of these influential entertainers, rappers are with their words. Because actions precede words a lot of times. And in this case, negative words can have a strong influence on our behavior and our actions. And I'm going to speak specifically and touch on some specific entertainers. And this is for reference only. Let's talk about King Von. That was his rap name. His name was Devon, Devontae or Devon, something to that degree. Now, this individual, this young man, I believe was a serial killer, and I believe he was a narcissist. Now, that might rub a lot of people the wrong way, but this is the way it's got to go. Acknowledging the behavior of certain people as not being fashionable, not being cool, not being okay is the first step to understanding whatever race, creed, religion they may be. We have to accept it for what it is. Quit pretending that things are something that they're not, because what it's going to do is continue to stagnate us in our progress in life and our growth. It's going to keep you asleep. It's going to keep you accepting a lot of BS that otherwise we shouldn't accept, and normalizing things that we know are just not well in this world. Now, King Von rapped about the things that he did. He literally rapped about the things that he did. All the way down to the song where he died, just believed that it was people from his own side. When you live a life like that with no fear of death, no fear of consequence, you're in a bad space. So, rap, words, influence, good or bad, negative or positive. Words do have a tendency to influence. And so, when King Von influenced people, and is still influencing, even though this man is deceased, he is influencing youth, young adults in their 20s, and some in their 30s, and a lot of them even in their 40s, and probably a handful in their 50s like I am, that are driving around bumping King Von lyrics. And the thing is, it could be King Von or any rapper. And I'm going to talk about Kevin Gates. You'll notice a lot of these rappers that seem to be clever with words. When they sit down, they can't even give an interview. They can't even put words together when they're asked a simple question. And when they do answer questions, you can look at them and see that they're searching for the words to further finesse the hearers. But Awakened Empaths, we see that shish for what it is. We know that these individuals that give these interviews, the rapper Common, he is what we call a conscious rapper. And seemingly seems like he's rapping about consciousness, things that we often hold near and dear to our hearts, change, positive change. But he's a typical example. If, in my opinion, I had to observe and give my take on this guy, He seems to captivate. He seems to have women buckling in their knees when they hear him give an interview, because he seemingly is charismatic. But if you, to the untrained eye, this is what you draw from that. But to awakened empaths who are in tune, we can see that this guy, again, too, is trying to gather words to facilitate whatever the interviewer is throwing out there. He facilitates it, searches for words, and he gives this eye contact to draw them in. And that's another part of the convincing and the manipulation of people who are narcissistic. They really do try to draw you in with their words, but at the same time, it's not even with that eye contact. They're drawing you in with their words. So when you're looking at the body language of these people who I'm talking about, Kevin Gates, King Von, Common, etc., in my opinion, these individuals can't they can't form a sentence. They cannot authentically answer a question with raw authenticity. They're searching for the right words to fit the conversation being had. And this can happen in your neighborhood when you're talking to people who you've held in past times in high esteem. You've held them in high esteem in ways that you think that they are very ethical, admirable people. A lot of these people awaken. We see their facade. We see them for what they are. We're not judgmental. We're not judging them on a level of being better than they are, but we damn sure are paying attention to this BS, this mimicry, this role play, this robotic, repetitive behavior from these individuals. And so when you see this, you got to say to yourself, well, what am I really following? Like I said, I'm going to spit a rhyme that I'm not going to get signed. I won't get a record deal for this rhyme. But the thing is, I'm independent right now, as I should be, and you too. You should be independently thinking about your life. You should be independently having a critical thought process. Because if you can't form your own thought process, you're not going to be able to form your own conversation. You're not going to even be able to form an individual lifestyle. You're going to find yourself cutting and pasting. Even empaths. Empaths can be strong copycats if we don't draw off of our own individuality. If we don't introspect enough, we'll find ourselves copying other people. And that's not what God wants us to do. That being said, bless.